Alright, what's good, y'all? I'm Riding the Fams here, back with another tutorial video. This one is involving the EA app for Lutris, or pretty much anyone in general for Linux. If anyone's having this issue, like I had this issue for about a month until finally I got the fix. Um, but I will not take credit for this fix because, of course, I'm going to highlight the person that found the fix. First things first, it's on this GitHub right here, the Proton Issues 6766, and shout out to the username Dark Retailer. Hopefully he'll be able to catch the video and he'll see it himself at some point. So they said that they were using Lutris, and with one change, the friend list worked for me. And for me, this is not only just for a video on trying to get this to work with the friends list. This is also a video on trying to get WoW Hearts to work. So if you guys remember WoW Hearts, the PC fuck up, I guess, so to speak. I know they're getting a Switch version. This is another reason why I'm making the video, because I figure why not get it all done in one go. So that's gonna be the plan. Uh, so we'll get the EA one first, and then I'll work on the Wild Hearts after. So first things first, if you don't have the EA app, you need to get it now. Get the EA app on Lutris and sign in. Do what you gotta do. Now, of course, when you sign in, you're gonna have the issue where you'll have a blank screen on the right-hand side, and you won't be able to see your name, and you won't be able to see any of your friends at all. This even goes for the case of you doing this through Steam. This will be the same issue. So, what you do from there is you right click. Let's do the Lutris one first, and then after that, I'll show you how to get this through Steam, because, of course, there's some EA games you have on Steam. But what you do is you right click and you go to configure. I believe, right? I think it's right click and configure, if I'm right. No, my bad. It's not right click and configure. You go to the EA, the wine icon right here, bottom right hand side, and then you go to wine configuration. My apologies for that. You go to that, and then what you do is you go to where it says staging, and then you check wine version from applications. You check that, you go to OK, and then after that, you run the EA app. And then you should be able to see your friends list, and it would all pop up from there. We log out of that. That was on the Ubisoft Connect. And then, of course, let's see here. It should pop up. Yup. And I think the reason for this is because I think if EA detects wine, you won't be able to see anything. But as you can see, my friends list, everything is showing, even my name is showing, and everything should be good. Now, that's not the only solution here to truly fix this. Now, say if you got some EA games that's on Steam, the issue here is now, let me actually do this myself. You go to your Steam, and you go to any EA games you think you have. So for me, I'm going to take Need for Speed Payback, because it's a good thing I downloaded these games to prepare for this tutorial. But yeah, I downloaded these games like a couple days ago or so, to get ready. Well, yesterday, my bad, like hours ago. So what you do is you right click on the game that you want to play, such as in this case for me is Need for Speed Payback. I know y'all don't like it. You go to compatibility, you go to force use of a Steam, compatibility tool, and you make sure you go to the recent GE Proton that you have. Of course, it's GE Proton 9-27 that I have. Now, if it's anything higher than that, or maybe even if it's 9-26, it would still work either way. If you don't know where to go get it, you can go look up a video on YouTube that will showcase how you're able to get the GE Protons, but you will need them in order for this to work. Now, one thing just in case to do is you just play the game at first. This is for the Proton tricks to register the game that you're launching. So, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Just go to let's go. Doesn't matter. This is just so that Proton tricks can register the game you're launching, because I think if you don't launch it, it won't recognize the game. But if you do launch it and then of course you back out, it will go ahead and be like, oh, okay, this was the game you're playing. So we're gonna go ahead and wait a bit till it finishes doing what it gotta do. Yep, okay, now the game is starting. My apologies if you heard any muffled noises because I just took my eye drops. Oh shit, I almost forgot. I almost forgot. If you still have EA up through the Lutris end, you must get off the game. You must get off it entirely. You cannot have them both up at the same time. So my apologies for that. Let me try it again. Okay. My apologies for that. Let's try that again. It should boot up this time around. Now I'm just gonna be now I never played the game before. If there's any introduction race or some shit like that, I'm gonna immediately back out. So I'm about to find out right around now. Okay, there you go. Now let's go ahead and press Shift F1. And as you can see, this is exactly what it will pop up. This is exactly what will happen. You have a blank screen, your friends list, and your name will not show. Okay. Let me go ahead and exit out the game. Okay, so we exit out the game. What you do now, you open up your Proton tricks, right? And you see why I said it was important to activate your game? Well, actually, it turns out you actually don't need to activate it because it showcases all the other games I have downloaded, even though I haven't even touched them yet, like Dragon Age 2, Ultimate Edition, Dragon Age Origins. Yeah, I plan on doing this for all the EA games that I have. But yeah, you have to do this for every single EA game that you have. You cannot escape this situation. You just have to do it if you want to be able to see your friends list. So we'll just take payback because we just started it. You click OK, and you have to wait a little bit because it's gonna take a bit for it to pop up. Now what you do is you click on select wine prefix, and then you go to run wine CFG, and then you go to staging like we did before with the Lutris situation, and then you go to hide wine version from applications, and then you click apply and OK. When that's done, you can go ahead and exit out of the Proton. My apologies. That was my Amazon Echo. What you do is you, of course, you start up the game again, and it should pop up. You won't need any commands or nothing like that, not unless you have mods for certain Need for Speed games. I don't know if this has any mods. I don't think people really like this one. But if it does, then okay. Then I'll leave that up to you with how you handle your mods with this game. But yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and show, and this should pop up and work. So when we start the game again, when we press Shift F1, like I am now, your friends list should show, and as you can see, your friends list has now, it can now pop up. You can talk to your people, you can send invites and shit as far as I know. I haven't done it yet, but I do plan to. With one of my friends, he wants to play Unbound, so we'll see how that'll go. And there you go. So that's the first part of the tutorial down. So if you guys ever wanted to try to get your friends list and everything up and running, you got that over and over settled and done with. Now, I'm going to exit out of this. Now I'm going to show you how to get Wild Hearts to work. Now, this is just for Linux. If you're on Windows, this is not a big deal with you. But on Linux, this might be a big deal, depending on if you want to play the game or not. So, for Wild Hearts, of course, you must have it downloaded already, whether it's through the EA app or maybe if you choose to use Origin, which you can use Origin. But EA app, of course, is the more updated, more recent one. So what you do before you actually open up the EA app again, what you do is you go to configure, you go to your runner options, I believe. Yep, you go to your runner options. Your wine version should, of course, as always, be the latest GE Proton. Whether it's this one or whether it's 927, it doesn't matter. Or 926, doesn't matter. It should be one of them. Your enable DXVK, yes, that should be on. Enable eSync. I don't know if any of these matter, but I know the anti-cheats does matter. I'm sure the FSR does matter as well. So it's up to you if you want to turn those on. Okay, all of this is fine. But what you do here on the system options, this one's kind of important because I started to realize this. The disable Lutris runtime must be checked. If you do not have this checked, it might not work. It may or may not work. Because I think when I had this unchecked, that's why I was running into so many issues. This is a big reason as to why I wasn't able to run Wild Hearts like I wanted to. Everything else worked but Wild Hearts, and I have a feeling that has something to do with it. So of course when we open up EA, the EA app, we should be able to run Wild Hearts without any issues on the PC, unless it's a more unoptimized problem with the game. And for me, I haven't really dealt with that. I've dealt with some, I guess I can say some hitches here and there, but nothing really too demanding, too crazy. So as far as I'm concerned, the game's been okay for me. Now we just have to wait for the EA app to actually pop the hell up. If it's not, then if it gets like a little bug like this, and I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop the game. I'm gonna stop the program, and then of course, open it up again. I don't know why it's acting like this. Yeah, like it's acting like it don't wanna actually stop. Okay, well, let me see here if I can. Yeah, Lutris will hit you with some weird issues like this, and you just have to, you have to roll with it. I'm not gonna do any editing because for me, I feel like it would kill the point of this being as genuine as possible. So I'm not gonna do anything like that. All right, it should be good. Yep, it stopped. It's a good thing I made sure to put the system monitor down here because I don't know how to access it as like a, this is your taskbar, so to speak, for Linux. If anyone was moving over from Windows to Linux, this should be priority 1 to make sure you pin your taskbar thing here because you will be using it a lot. Well, not a lot, but you'll be using it for situations like that. Yes, I don't care to reveal my email address because I don't really give a flying fuck. You have to figure out the password first. But yeah, as you can see, it'll all pop up, no problem. Now, Wild Hearts, if you follow the instructions like I showed you, the game should open up and you should not have an issue. And as you can see, Wild Hearts will now open. 1 minute, I'm being called. My apologies. Yeah, that was just to show you. Yeah, Wild Hearts is definitely up and running. Give me a minute. Sorry about that. My controller was tangled up with my controller got tangled up. Not only did that get tangled up, my USB thing kind of fell out. So I'm trying to. Oh shit. Oh shit. Shit, it did more than fall out. Jesus Christ. That is not what I wanted to see. I hope it can still work. Seeing that. Please still work. Whew! Thank God. Okay. Alright. Okay. But yeah, you can see the game works. Jesus Christ, what happened to my USB? It was a little intimidating. I wasn't supposed to do that. Okay, these are the settings I have for the game. Because they work fine, I guess. My FPS limit's at 60. I got textures on high, model quality on medium, textures filters on medium, particle effects on medium. All this is mostly on medium. The anti-aliasing is at the highest point. The motion blur is up to you whether or not you want this on or off. For me, I don't mind having it on because it kind of makes the game play a little smoother. This is the one game I don't mind motion blur being a part of. Other than that, any other game I would not play with motion blur on, not even Monster Hunter. But yeah, as you can see, the game plays fine as if you expected. You can play it for as many hours as you want. You don't have to worry about any bullshit issues getting in the way. There you go. Yeah, there you go. That's the game for you. Alright, till then, I hope that helps. I know it's a 17-minute video. I know it was long, but I hope everything went fine. Till then, guys, as always, every second, every minute, every hour y'all spend with me is every second and every minute, every hour I'm thankful for. I will see you guys for the next video. That one might not even be a tutorial video. It might just be my thoughts on Linux after all this time. Till then, I'll see you when I see you. Bye.